shirt, die in the same shirt, same shirt, same shirt.
What is going on, everybody? And we've got some breaking news today. Let me get some stuff queued up. And if it's your first time watching to the channel, just welcome in. First of all, thank you guys for checking out the channel. It's only my second video, and yeah, I've got some B-roll kind of playing in the background that I'm going to be talking over. Feel free to watch and listen. We've got some huge news. Only one story today. Right, if you watched the video from yesterday, it was kind of like my top 3 stories from over the weekend. But I felt like I had to just jump on and say something because we've got breaking news, right? U.S. sources are reporting that Iran and Israel have agreed to a complete ceasefire. And this is just a huge development, if it's true, right? We don't know if it's true yet, but it's just being reported. And I'm jumping on quickly to kind of break down what we know, what this could mean, and why this sudden shift may not be what it looks like on the surface. So yeah, like I said, so far, the ceasefire is being confirmed through U.S. intelligence sources and Donald Trump through Truth Social. But as of this recording, right, so it depends on when you're watching this, there's been no formal confirmation yet from Israel. But still, the fact that this is being reported publicly by top U.S. officials means that there's likely some type of agreement here, handshake, formal, otherwise. And it's been brokered probably behind closed doors with top leaders, at least on the phone with each other, probably not sitting down face to face, because that probably wouldn't end up pretty. But you know, there's a lot of pressure here on both sides, right? And to understand kind of how big this conflict is, you know, we got to take a step back and remember the tensions between, well, in the region itself, but between Iran and Israel. This isn't new, right? This isn't a new conflict. This has been going back probably 4 decades, the greater part of 4 decades. And it's been a dangerous game of proxy wars, airstrikes, cyber attacks, and just like stuff going on between these two major players in the region ever since then. Since like 1979, you know, the Iranian Islamic Revolution, basically. Since then, there's been a lot of stuff going on. So why now? Why is there a ceasefire? Let's be real. This isn't really a goodwill gesture with either of these two sides or the U.S., but we'll talk about that. U.S. has become involved, especially just kind of due to the bombings on the Iranian nuclear sites and just all this stuff going on with this region. You know, tensions are on the rise, and there's kind of been this threat of a regional war, right? Israel surrounded by a lot of enemies. A lot of Muslim countries in this region see Israel as an enemy. Israel sees a lot of these countries around it as potential threats to their existence. But what does this mean? Iran agreeing to step back means likely that its regional allies, or even, you know, the officials in Tehran itself, aren't ready for a direct showdown with Israel and the United States military. You know, the U.S. getting involved, pushing carrier groups into the region, putting diplomatic pressure. You know, this could be, if we look at it from a diplomatic standpoint, this could be Iran reading the room and deciding now's not the time. You know, their allies telling them, hey, now's not the time to push for a bigger scale conflict. And for Israel, the ceasefire buys time, right? It reduces pressure of multiple fronts. It kind of calms down maybe one enemy. They've got a whole lot of stuff going on, right? But gives them maybe leverage on the world stage, right? And here's the $1 million question. Will this ceasefire actually hold? I think as of this recording, I've checked a couple of things, and it's like, okay, Israel's potentially bombing Iran, potentially bombing U.S. bases. So I don't know. We got to be cautious here. History suggests that ceasefires in this region have broken down before and relatively quickly, sometimes within days, but even a temporary de-escalation matters. What does it do? It can prevent loss of life, calms markets. I mean, we saw the stock market in the U.S. jump pretty significantly at open on Tuesday, so good news on that front. And then what else happens? It opens the door for potential diplomacy, right? We'll have to see what happens next. We'll have to see if there's official statements from Tel Aviv, from Tehran, troop movements, lack thereof, any kind of word or aggression from proxy groups like Hezbollah or the Houthis in Yemen that might not be part of this broader agreement, that are potential proxy allies to Iran. Are they going to get involved and make an aggressive move? We'll see. Now, this is still breaking, right? But I wanted to get something out fast. And let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you think the ceasefire is legit? Or is it just kind of a pause before the next flare-up? I think either way, it's a reminder that pressure works and timing matters. The U.S. getting involved, making a high-profile decision to drop bombs on Iran's nuclear sites could be good, could be bad. It may have led to this ceasefire, but we'll see. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And if you're new here, I cover big global events like this one. I just try to be straight with my analysis and kind of give context, right? Because I think that's what lacks in a lot of news outlets today is context, right? Just straight context. I have an opinion, but that's not really important. I think people being informed is more important. So hit subscribe if you like that type of content. And I'll keep watching this story, and I'll bring updates to the channel as I get them. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. And for now, that's it. I'll see you next time.